Three men that saw the throne of God. John's vision. Revelation 4:1-3. On the island of Patmos, the Apostle John received a revelation and was transported into the heavenly realm. After this I looked, and behold, a door standing open in heaven. And the first voice which I had heard speaking to me like a trumpet said, "Come up here, and I will show you what must take place after this." At once I was in the Spirit, and behold, a throne stood in heaven, with one seated on the throne. And he who sat there had the appearance of jasper and carnelian, and around the throne was a rainbow that had the appearance of an emerald. And the first living creature like a lion, and the second living creature like an ox, and the third living creature with the face of a man, and the fourth living creature like an eagle in flight. And the four living creatures, each of them with 6 wings, are full of eyes all around and within, and day and night they never cease to say, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was and is to come." Ezekiel's vision. Ezekiel 1:4-10. As I looked, behold, a stormy wind came out of the north, and a great cloud with brightness around it, and fire flashing forth continually, and in the midst of the fire, as it were gleaming metal. And from the midst of it came the likeness of 4 living creatures. And this was their appearance. They had a human likeness, but each had 4 faces, and each of them had 4 wings. Their legs were straight, and the soles of their feet were like the sole of a calf's foot, and they sparkled like burnished bronze. Under their wings, on their 4 sides, they had human hands, and the 4 had their faces and their wings thus. Their wings touched one another. Each one of them went straight forward, without turning as they went. As for the likeness of their faces, each had a human face. The 4 had the face of a lion on the right side, the 4 had the face of an ox on the left side, and the 4 had the face of an eagle. The third man's encounter with the throne took place in the very beginning of creation. Adam and Eve, the first human beings, dwelt in the Garden of Eden where God communed with them. But when they disobeyed God's command, sin entered the world, and they were banished from the garden. As they departed, cherubim with flaming swords were placed to guard the way to the tree of life, symbolizing the separation between humanity and the divine throne. In these marvelous accounts, the 3 men, Ezekiel, John, and Adam, witnessed the glory of God's throne. They saw the radiance, the majesty, and the holiness that surrounded it. The visions were filled with heavenly beings, the cherubim and the living creatures, offering perpetual praise and proclaiming the holiness of the Lord God Almighty. This is the end of this episode. Follow for more.